Hello and happy Tuesday, everyone. I have one more tree type to do, and that tree type, at least in this area, that tree type is spruce. So I'm gonna go for a little runabout. I'm just gonna check on my inventory space. I think I need more inventory space. It's an important resource, you know? It's like, that's why I never go anywhere without a backpack. It's like sometimes silly, but you know, sometimes you just need carrying capacity. Sometimes you need something on your person that you can use to carry something. Some kind of personal carrying device in which to put your things, your objects, your knickknacks, your security items, you know? Because after all, what do we have items and objects for but for the sake of personal security? It makes us feel safe. Isn't that strange? Objects can't protect you. They can't do anything for you. So why do objects make people... Ooh, I did get a poison potato! This poison potato makes me feel very safe. I feel excellent when I'm in the presence of this poison potato. Alright. We have got some vines, and I'm going to harvest some of those. And just really start building out the number of them. Yeah. Vines are always good to have. It's just free ladder. I mean, I don't understand why you would even want a ladder, right? You have a hole, there, right? Then the next time you start, the next time you leave the computer, you just walk away for a bit, let the vine grow down the hole, right? Like, I don't know. It's just silly. It seems silly not to do it. It seems silly not to just vine it up. Vine it up all over the place, really. That's my philosophy anyway. Alright, so we've got a little bit of oak wood, a little bit of planks. Which do we want? We want axes. We probably want a beehive. We're gonna want wool. We're gonna want dye for the wool, but that's what that's for. We have a ton of oak saplings, and I'd rather leave them here for now. We've got cherry saplings extra. I think I'm gonna put this beehive out front. I think that's like a good way to start the whole situation. Where do I put it though? Where I should get a lightning option. I think the recipe is as simple as... Alright. Yeah, so why don't we just put it right on the top of the house so that all of the lightning strikes happen directly on my flammable woodwork. Flammable bedroom, I guess. Let's see. Or my flammable fence posts. Or I could make them more photogenic and put it next to the entrance to this mine shaft. Don't you just love conversations with strangers? This is what it feels like when a 40-year-old cisgender man strikes up a conversation with you on the bus. And then another one chimes in. And then another. Infinite stress machine. To be totally honest. There's so many zombos. And I think... Okay, well that's... Oh, and a nightmare. Okay. This is a nightmare. Literal one. Because the creature chasing me is called a nightmare, and I can't sleep it off. Can't. Because it's an outside thing. That it's outside right now. So, I'm already outside. I can't go inside. No, I mean, it's already daylight, so I can't sleep. Unless it's evening, and I've misinterpreted what I thought was the dawn. Yeah, it's evening. Okay. Well, this is how's your week been? What have you been doing for the cause of poison spiders? If it's nothing, I need to ask you, what's wrong? What's wrong with this picture? What's wrong with me as a person? Oh, black sheep. Ha! Nice. Okay. That's exactly what I needed. Okay, what does that sound? Oh, that's the dripping honey. No, that's a skeleton. Well, anyway, it's okay. So we can just safely remove all of the, we can safely remove all of the trees that don't have a beehive and just leave the ones that do. And then slowly, over time, we'll enrich the population for trees that have a beehive. And we'll combine that with the flower meadow to get heat honey. It's gonna go honey cocoa bananas. We're gonna get so much honey, we're gonna be like the honey baroness of whatever I call this mountain. And I think I need to come up with a name for it because it's just so pretty. It's got a cherry forest right in the center, right in the caldera. I'd like to call it something nice. So I've been putting off naming it. And maybe that is just the correct decision. Maybe I should stick with that. Who knows? Alright. I did promise y'all spruce trees, so without further ado, let's get where the spruce trees are. We have enough material for a bed. We will be collecting lava and making a lava generator later on. This is interesting. I didn't even realize this canyon was here. Oh, there'll be ore down there. Do I actually have my shears? Yeah, I do. I'm trying to remember. It was one of these trees that had those vines. There it is. Well, there's one of. And there's a couple of oak leaves. Rule number one of caving, only have one way back to the exit that's easy to take apart. And forget that you can just swim up and down the water. Oh, that's awesome. And there's iron. Oh, that's good. Okay, I actually feel as though that might be a good way to get down. We might want something on the far side there, just because the water only comes up on the left side. Maybe we won't want to way up on the right side. So that gives us like a little bit of redundancy. A little bit of redundantization. A little bit of redundianness. A little bit of redundanability. A little bit of onion ability. So, emeralds, risk assessment, Cowabunga. I mean, the water will just it gets pretty deep. Whoa. Oh, you know what we'll have here? The bestest friends in the whole wide world. Poison cave spiders. There'll be poison cave spider spawners, and I can build nether portals and bring them to the nether so that they can be in the biome where they really belong, the warped forest. They just complement the color scheme so perfectly. They look right at home. And this room is incredibly interesting. This looks like a structure. Like, this looks intentional. It's so symmetrical. I mean, there's hanging gravel there, but that's... Huh. Alright. Well, definitely marking this. Am I gonna mine this iron before I... Might as well. Right. I am gonna be back, though. That is certain. I just need to free up some inventory space. I don't know if the seeds were the right trade-off. Let's see if I can get rid of this pickaxe. Yes! Oh, that was satisfying. Well, let's just go check, right? Quick little check. Sounds like a very, it sounds like a cartoon comic, cartoon character's name from like a 1920s sort of racist Russian novel. Say that, it just doesn't seem like it, you know? Oh, give us nothing. Give us nothing. Brian, I don't want to talk. You know, you're like, oh, you should be investing in NFTs in 2025. Ah, yes, I can name Garfield. Okay, oh, yeah, no, beat him with seeds. That's the answer. That's brilliant. Watermelons. What do we want to... Okay. Think fast. Oak leaves. Oh, nothing will make me think slower than the need to think fast. Alright. Beetroots? No. Melons. Rail tracks are nice, but I think I'll come back for that. And make some... Okay, that's only two zombies. I mean, the more I light up now... Oh, nice. Oh, and it hasn't even escaped containment. Are you okay, bud? Are you trapped? Are you trying to get out? I can just feel this lava block meowing at me. It yearns for freedom. There we go. In commemorem. We'll just leave a torch there. But look, there's spider webs. This is a perfect place for an ambush. This is absolutely a symptom of, like, Dark Souls brain. Yeah, no, the game just trying to kill you. In so many ways. I do that, though. The problem with Dark Souls brain is it's not situational. You start thinking about blind corners, and it's one of the things that freaks me out the most about my current living situation. On the way in, especially like later at night, there's at least 3 blind corners. It would make me remarkably easy to ambush on the way in. So don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. But it would be easy to. Just let me reiterate. Reiterate. Returbulate. Oh, do I actually have inventory space for that? Let's do this little trick. Planks. I never really like having granite in my inventory. Sorry, granite lovers. It's just not my thing. Alright, and that means then that we have some stalagmite action going on. This column's so cool. And now it's gone. Forever. It's never gonna be the same column. Yeah, ship of Theseus now. Oh, skeleton archers are my bane in every universe. Alright. Thank you for your input, skeleton archer. Your knowledge and experience has been added to our registry. It's gone to our complaint inbox. Alright. I mean, I do kind of feel like I'm tempting fate at this point. Because if I run too many lines of torches, it's going to be a little tricky to find my way back. I think I'm going to let go of one more thing. But maybe I can just sacrifice a little bit of durability on the bow. And then rotten flesh, I guess I can say goodbye to. And then let's go back. I think this is the way we came. Okay, I hear a Zombo. I remember this specific stalactite. I remember this stalagmite. It's on the ground, so it's a stalagmite. Language is a battlefield. Okay. So then that's the way out, but now it's dark. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna commandeer villager's situation. Oh. That's interesting. Why does the water stop on the way here? I wonder if it also got caught behind a stalaggy thingy. Oh no. Oh, it just weird local low point. Well, that's good to know. Because it is kind of like on the other side. Like, this should... I don't think this is a good idea. I'm just doing it. I guess Shelob, you know, any of the giant spider ladies. I guess I need to find a bed that's not occupied, or else zombie action will be happening. But I think it was just nightfall, so we might be alright if we hunker down. The other thing we could hypothetically... Ooh, I'm stealing those. Okay, well, I think we should just let the zombies despawn. Let's go. Come on. Oh, come on. I need to figure out where I actually am, though. Because I remember... Oh, this is tricky now. So am I going home? Or am I going... I should have just made a little hideaway in the cave, hey? I guess I could still do that. Here I see the village, I see the cherries, I see... There's that spruce biome. Alright, well I did say further ado, without further ado, and there's been a great deal of further ado in my estimation. So, let's see what we can do about that whole situation. That's not what I want. Okay. Okay. No one will be any the wiser. No one will think that there is a base down here. I wonder what this is. That feels like new. Is it just a different face of the coal rock? Does the coal rock now have, like, coal ore, I guess is the word for it? Well, anyway, I think it's time to make a couple creature comforts. Because we actually got a pantload of iron, so that's really nice. We can probably start doing some interesting stuff now with iron, like cauldrons, lava generator. I think that might be the first thing, because I've got all of the ingredients now in one place. Let's go ahead and cobblestone, make a furnace. We want to start cooking our iron as soon as possible. We're probably going to want to plant potatoes, so we're going to need one of these bad boys, or girls, you know, any gender really, as long as it's girls. Let's see, then we've got planks, I think, and the planks can be used to make ye old bed. And I sleep on a black bed underneath the coal deposits. I'm that emo. You know, the wool from a black sheep. I might as well be, you know, a proper witch. You know, that witch even. Yeah. The best laid plans of mice and men always seem to work out. I'm pretty sure that's the phrase. Now I'm quite certain that I tunneled in perpendicular to the mountain, so I made one turn to the right and then one turn to the left. So I think I'll be coming out of the hillside. Now let's just double check. That's where I came in, because the stone wall is too high, and everywhere else there's dirt. So that's where I came in, and then the mountainside is going to be in this direction. So if I come out, then I should start to see daylight. But I think I'm going to go the same number of blocks back that I go in before. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Three steps, 4 changes in elevation. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2. That's 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's the 4th one. And then we'll go this way. Until we see daylight. And that did not take long at all. So very happy with the result on that. Alright, there's a couple more things I want to make here before I get too distracted. The first is storage. Yeah. Let's just stick with storage. No, we also want a ton of furnaces. And we're going to want garden beds. There's a number of things. Let's start by making enough inventory space and putting away valuables. And such as that. And now we've got iron. What do we do? Cauldron it up and save the rest of the iron. So I can do unholy alchemy with it. That seems to be the best. do a room up here, that probably wouldn't be a bad thing. So let's reposition this torch. And then for now that goes there just as a placeholder. And then I really hope that this isn't just immediately the hillside itself. This. Oh yeah, no, that's gonna be then leaves right there, which isn't what we want. Okay. All right. Well, this one will definitely work. So let's just do it. And then this one, well, maybe maybe that'll work out. No, but then it doesn't look good with the stairwell. No, there's a number of reasons I want to avoid putting it there. So I'm just gonna, did I actually destroy? No, okay, alright. If I had destroyed the cauldron by doing that, I think I would have been irate. Not been happy. Would have been this happiness. There we go. So there we go. And then this, and then this, and then that goes back, and then this goes, you know, where it goes. It just goes. And now we have an infinite source of lava. And I think that's a good thing. We really look inside for all the organs and stuff that are inside of them. Probably find some. I'm glad there are organs in myself. It's probably one of my favorite qualities. One of my best qualities is the number of organs that I have. It's like way more than 3. Alright, so where do we want to be farming? Do we want to be farming in the snow? Or do we want to be farming down where there's like sunlight and flat ground? I think this is where we want to start a little melon patch. We can fill this with water in the end. Easy harvesting method and easy planting method. It would be more efficient spatially to do it all in rows. The lake is already like this. I haven't had to move a single block to accomplish this result. Much to think about. Let's go there, here, and the noble potato. And then we've got poppies, so we can put them conspicuously, you know, by this too high block of stone that definitely has no significance. Yeah. That doesn't blend in at all. Okay. Now, we are doing spruce this episode, so let's get out there and chop us a few spruce trees. Because that is where my ultimate goal lies. this is quite tricky to get to. I'm now regretting not picking up that leather armor from the chest. Back in the cave. I know I didn't mention it, but I did notice it. Yeah, let's go. I'm trying to remember what tool you actually need. Or what item of clothing. Is it just any piece of leather protects you from cold? Like if you have a leather hat, doesn't matter if you have a leather boots, leather body piece, or do they all provide different amounts of frost resistance? I feel like that makes more sense. You know, definitely answer since this is not live. I'll definitely not be able to hear you. So, you know, just yell the answer at your computer screen, or better yet, just leave a verbally abusive or misogynistic comment. You know, just for fun. You know, why not? For old time's sake. Dark already? Probably, I would assume. Have we got enough saplings to replace what we ended up taking? Are we maybe dying of frostbite a little bit? Are there zombies on the hills? Yes. Okay, how do we get back into the house? That's what I need to figure out. I think this is something. No, it's not. You know what? I think I'm gonna break my panic entrance. And go dirt. And go rock. Yeah, that's why you don't kill someone next to their respawn point. You jerk. You absolute profound. Wasted. Unhappy. Unhappy noises. Unhappy noises were made by me. Oh, there's a spider outside the door, so obviously I can't leave the house or sleep or deal with the nighttime. No. That wouldn't be, no, we can't have that. That would just make sense to be able to sleep it off when you've got a stone wall, a stone barrier between you. Alright. Everything is baka. Well, at least we have this, and this. So, technically, we could just keep going and finish this staircase, you know? Why not? Let's do it. This is gonna have to be something else. Maybe it can be this. Let's see if maybe we can just get the distance we need on everything. Oh, it spawns me under. That's neat. Keeping that. Surely this will be enough. Let's just get out of the respawn radius in case there were any creepers left over. There are a few more things I want from that cave. And by that cave, I mean the one by the village. Seeing that exists and getting curious. We could definitely go for another sword. That would be really helpful. I think I'm going to start growing my spruce trees down here. They are very challenging just to chop up on the hill. There's a lot of extra things. So leather is one thing I'm looking for. The other thing I'm probably looking for is those rail tracks. There were a couple extra seeds. There were some nice things there. But mostly the leather armor, I guess. Did I leave a carrot there? It's possible. I do have a couple of food sources already though, so it's not like I need a lot more. But yes, let's see if we've got any more, because it does look like there are a few extra saplings sort of scattered about. We might be able to just replace what we have chopped out. That is something that I'd like to keep as a habit. But now I don't know exactly where I was when I did all that, so I'm gonna just go over. Well, this is not. That's a little unfair. That snow was like right there. There's a deep drop immediately by like three feet. Clearly I'm not prepared for the snow. Have they made snowshoes a thing yet? That feels like just so obvious given this mechanic existing. Like, of course, there should be snowshoes. So there's a way to counteract this. But, yeah. I have a feeling that that's in the works. Okay, maybe we can get that to spawn. But it is challenging, I think, getting like tree spawning to happen up here. At least planted. I'd really like to have enough for a bigger tree. I think I'm gonna make something in this area actually. So I'm gonna want some shovel action going on. Yeah, but first I have to like actually clear this out. Here, let's try. There's a few cherry blossoms over here. So that's nice. We're right on the edge of the cherry blossoms. I think this is a good place. I think this is exactly where I want to have some kind of little cabin. But yeah, let's make a roof so there's something for us to rely on in terms of habitable space. I think then we can start with these stairs and get them sort of pointed down the mountain. I was really hoping to get it this way. There we go. And then that stair literally sits on a snow block. Yeah, sure. Okay, and then we're gonna need more torches. We're gonna need more coal. I think that might be what I was thinking of. We're gonna need another bucket of water and glow lichen. Glow lichen is really the thing. Okay. It's sort of strange. I can find the entrance. I can find the entrance when I'm coming up out of the cave, but it's a little harder to find it when I'm coming up from below. I think I remember coming out and seeing that, so maybe it's here. I think I might just cop out. I think I'm gonna cop out and dig it again and seal it off again. Yeah, okay. And then have we got... No, we're out of coal now. So we're gonna want... Okay, there's a couple things. The first thing is a sword, because for some reason blocks keep falling on the sword and dying, and well, I gotta make a new one. We also need... Do we need another bucket? I don't think so. Do we need a name tag? Do we need the shears for the glow lichen? Absolutely. There's this. Then there's this. I also want some more cherry blossoms. And dripstone. Furnaces, gold. Alright, I think we can just do it that way. The other thing I wanted to do was coal and make torches, just torches. I'll leave one coal block for the emoness. Pay homage. This place definitely will need a little bit of light. And that's what this sconce was for. And then, yeah, I don't know. I mean, so I was right up there. I was right next to it. It's very hard to see if you don't already know where it is. It'd be nice to leave it that way. I just need some kind of mechanism. Sleep with the door open to the world. There we go. And that torch. Oh, come on, it's so close to nighttime. Snowballs. Snowballs in here. Maybe we could do a lightning rod. Necessary right yet. And this is all underground, so But then I just need to figure out where in relation to this that staircase is. Because I don't think it was that high up. I do know for a fact that it was above the snow line, and the snow line does have like a little bit of variability, but it's pretty distinctive, and I recognize this profile. There, okay, I see that, okay, and then I see this, okay, so if I'm here, the roses sort of mark where to start. Okay, and then from here, we've got the shovel. We can really get some space cleared out while we figure this out. And hopefully we can keep most of the dirt cover, at least where it looks super obvious, where dirt's been like taken out. Pretty sure there was a dirt block here, pretty sure there was a dirt block there, and maybe there. And then we'll just give any of our saplings a little bit of a head start, like this, and then I think we're almost ready to make basically a hybrid log cabin. So I've been kind of rotating it around in my head what exactly I want this spruce house to look like. I know it's circular, but I do want to have a level floor. And I want this to be shorter, or I think I just want this as a corner, and then this, and then this, and then I want that. So I've been thinking about what I want this house tree to look like, and I think yes, a hybrid log cabin is a good idea. I'm going to go in the end I'm going to go between these two, so they're going to make the outside edge of something. Don't know what yet. That one's going to be there, so I think I'll do from here. I can make some space, and then right, that's my snow elevator into my house, I guess. And then here we've got this. We can. I mean, I think you get the idea. It's pretty basic, but it's just a log cabin. The logs connect the trees one to the other. Yeah. They're not necessarily... I mean, I guess you could imagine that this isn't really depicting a graft, that it's just depicting, you know, normal, traditional logs, and that they're just resting. They're just resting on top of the trees, against the trees. Alright, so there's that torch, there's that staircase. These two places are quite distinct. My question, I think, is what color am I going to go for the bed up there? Because I'm definitely not going to have two beds of the same color. That seems silly. Alright, so that is dog noises. Alright. There's this, there's that, there's this, there's that, there's that. That has vines, so that could be useful. Where is that torch now? I think I said the rose marked the direction. There we are. Alright. I also had oak leaves, so I think this is a great place to use them. 4 of them. It's not really a huge number, but it's nice to have the inventory space. And then the other thing I could do is I could start making snow. And I think the way that snow works is you can use it to make something. But what was it? What's the recipe for ice? These two can be made from themselves. Okay, so that doesn't help me. What about snow? It's just snow blocks. That's all you can make. Okay, well, why not? Let's make some snow blocks. This is so efficient. Alright. We can do... That was the most efficiently anyone's ever done it. Here we go. And then that, and then that. And then sticks, oak leaves, the name tag, the bow, the sunflower I can plant outside. Let's actually do that now. Why wait? Oh, and I do have the carrot. So what was I complaining about there? I don't know. And I still have those cherry blossoms, which I think I am going to put up in the snow, because they don't spawn up there normally. We've definitely got... Oh, that's cute. I do like this a lot. This is very cute. I like this little platform and trail. I wonder if I can put... maybe... One thing I could do is I could sort of obscure the torchlight behind a bush. Workshop it. Okay, so the two things that I was immediately just thinking about. Oh, actually, three things. So you did see I picked that meat up off the ground. The sheep killed itself. I know there are many among the vegan community who would not agree with the ethics of this, but you know, I think it's okay. I think it's fine. So, I'm gonna get a little bit of mutton out of the deal just to keep me going while my crops grow. And soon we'll have mini potatoes, and then this won't be such a problem. And what are these? Are these berry bushes? No, they're not. I wonder if maybe they just changed the, maybe they just changed the way that ferns render. This doesn't seem like the right biome for ferns. What are you? Oh, just a bush. Well, that's very cute. That's incredibly cute. I would go so far as to say that is obscenely cute. I'm a very big fan of that. Now I'm wondering, do bushes spawn berries? Can I compost them? Do they drop as an item if I punch them? Can I use bone meal on them and get more bushes? We'll find out. Alright, we might be able to test out our lighting setup. Might be able to see what an entrance looks like. Yeah, I don't know. Is that too obvious? It might be. Here, let's get this vine somewhere I can actually do some work. think it's going to be a vine down the front. Maybe like a small tunnel, like a vertical shaft, just connecting the upper and lower parts of the house. Oh, let's actually grab that button over here. As soon as those watermelons start growing, it'll be really helpful. Blink, blink, jump, jump. Question of diegesis here. What are we trying to depict when we put a cherry blossom on top of a structure that is made otherwise of spruce? Are we depicting a tree grafted into the trees below? Are we making some sort of symbolic statement of cherry blossoms having some sort of primacy over spruce? You know, is it thematically appropriate? Is it a separate tree inside the shell of another tree? And do the roots extend all the way down? And will we have grass on the ground in there? And I think we will. But there are a lot of questions to ask here. Alright, something must have grown by now. Do we have full-strength potatoes? Full-strength potatoes. Okay, we'll at least get replacement, but... I guess we should at least get some healing. And then a little bit of spruce wood. Shore up the cabin a little bit. Oh, we're definitely exceeding replacement here. That's awesome. I feel like spruce makes sense in a lot of biomes. I do wonder how they'll look in like the savanna biome. I'll probably bring some to where the acacia are right now growing. I think the leaves do change a little bit their color. And the thing that spruce trees are adapted for isn't so much cold. I mean, they're definitely adapted for cold. That is true. But the thing that I think really defines, in a way, conifers is that they're really adapted for dry conditions. So you'll see conifers in more desertified areas and colder areas. So both of those situations. So it can be really hot and it can be really cold, and you'll find conifers. They're definitely, I was gonna say extremists, but they're like extremophiles is the way that you say it as a biologist. Calling them extremists seems a little maybe judgmental. Well, one person's extremist is another person's freedom fighter, obviously. So, here we are. We've got just enough log material to sort of fill in more of the perimeter to some degree. Oh yeah, no, definitely I meant to use the sword for that. Alright. It's a little disconcerting. It's a lot to deal with, it's a lot to manage, it's a lot to be responsible for, it's a lot to consider. The cold definitely adds a new dimension of struggle to this biome. It's ever present, never gives you a break. This one here, and then I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do something with this, and I don't know what that is yet, but it's going to be another corner, and we're just going to keep dealing with the snow problem as it comes up. And I think we are going to make a little bit more space to work with here, in terms of like roof or floor space. So we can actually have a little bit of habitability in this zone, like some sort of habitable zone, like some sort of zone in which habitation can occur, like some sort of hizzy, even. I do think hizzy means house. But I could very well be wrong. Now, I do also think that these need 2 by 2 all around in order to flourish, in order to thrive, in order to grow a full big tree. I think they need a little bit more space. I think they need at least what I've added here to not be here. And then the other thing I need is torches to melt away the snow, or at least keep the snow from reaccumulating, recollecting, reconfiguring itself. Reimagineering. Where did that torch end up? I heard a thunk. Seem to be helping the light level almost even a little bit. Alright, a little closer. We can put something there. There's more trees. Oh, jeez. It's that's how abruptly it goes to, like, extreme depth. Okay. No, please. Why is it so deep there and then just earth there? It's like the snow cuts into the dirt. I mean, yes, I understand it's something that can happen, and it's good that that hazard exists. It's kind of illustrative of something that happens in real life. So in a way, it's almost educational. But at the same time, oof. It's not really realistic to the structure of how snow sits on hilled slopes. More there, the risk is like causing an avalanche. But you kind of have to be up in the mountains properly for that. And then this one. That's too many zombies. Why are there so many zombies all at once? I don't even know. I'm just gonna respawn inside my house and sleep through the night. It's perfect. Oh, that's definitely a baby zombie hanging around. Alright, let's despawn that creeper and get out of this situation for now. We can definitely throw down a couple just on the route. It's like an obvious. I mean, the cherry blossoms provide one sort of trail, so it should be pretty clear anyway where these spruce trees are. It's kind of two layers, right? You see the spruce trees, you know you're on the trail because they don't spawn in this biome. You see the cherry you see the cherry blossoms, the ones on the ground, the petals. I mean the flowers. They are distinct. It's not that the trees are the same. What's going on with the dirt here? Is that... I feel like the foundation of the house is like intruding into the cave. Where are my torches? There are my torches. There's my sword. There's definitely coal in there, so that's nice. There's definitely an extra cave that I almost fell into, so that's also nice. There might be some food. I might have left some food in the other cave. I don't think so though. So this is gonna be an adventure. Let's see if we can actually one thing was glow lichen, but we can get so let's try and figure out what it was. So if I come in here, right, this is this, this is this, so this is exactly where I wanted to go. Beetroot seeds. Yeah, beetroot, I don't know. I mean, does it really help me? A couple extra pickaxes, does that really help me? It doesn't hurt, you know? I mean, I might as well have it. And then I might as well have this railway track. And I might as well just bring that up to the cabin. And yeah, there's other stuff. There's zombies. I could fight them, but let's just not, you know? Let's not and say we didn't. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, you found me. Oh, I'm so helpless. With my baseball bat. see you. Oh, farts. Alright. I'll just accept that. That's just the way that was. That's just what happened. That was just the situation. You know, I'm practicing radical acceptance. I'm practicing asking my wise mind, you know, what do you think? Wise mind's like, that sucked. I'm like, yeah, that really sucked. But it's over now. And we're back. Get out. And in one piece. Do not intend to. I understand that it has number of episodes, you know. But does it have a number of episodes? Probably I'll say it. I'm sure people talk about it. It's maintained its relevancy. To have 1,000 episodes. Oh, wonderful. I was really hoping that would happen. Alright. Can we run there and back before it gets dark? Maybe. We'll find out. Are there any more saplings on the ground here? There's one. And I know generally the direction to the village. And see, there's a spruce sapling. But we'll get full spruce trees. There's no reason that it wouldn't spawn to cover in that space. I just hope I can find both my buckets. You know, I mean, I think of it as expensive, 6 iron for 2 buckets. So, I mean, it's the same cost as a pickaxe, and especially, like, you know, if you're like me and don't over resources, or like don't resources right away. It's sooner than I can make an infinite water source. So, like an infinite water source from scratch, I don't have to like ferry buckets back and forth. Scarcity mindset, I suppose you could say. Well, torches, we have the iron pickaxe, which I wanted, we have the iron shovel, which we wanted, stone, we have the minecart with chest, the beetroot seeds, cherry blossom petals, our potato, glow lichen, so that's most of the things we wanted. But I know that the buckets are still going to be somewhere. I don't know where. Before they despawn. There's some extra vines, which I picked up on the way. There's my stone. Just an investment of the... and then yeah, we can take a look over here, see what's up. This didn't go down here before. Interesting. I feel like something subtly rearranged. Oh, the way the torches flicker through the water. Oh, that's really neat. And it only happens this way because... okay, it does actually go both ways. It just didn't reach the torches. So cool. Look at that. And there's an Enderman back there. Okay. Well, we've now got stuck a little bit. Okay, I think we can get out here now. I mean, we have everything I like, actually. That's so cool coming out of this eye. Just with a white pupil. And there's a single block of farmland. I think it's water. I don't think it's supposed to do that. Oh no, it's created its own turtle. it's a villager. Okay, I was like wondering if it was a mushroom. That's just the villager's hat has this really bright red. Okay, and so then I do want wool. So I want my shears. Where did my shears go? Oh, I picked something up. There they are. Nice, okay. Oh, there's melons there. So I wouldn't have even needed the cave. The cave melons. Cave melon seeds. Oh. Yeah. Alright. We're gonna have to go. I think it's actually closer at this point to get to that house than this house, but I could be wrong. I just know that I have a little bit more food there. I have my potato basement. Let's see, food, potatoes. I do have a little bit of flesh in my inventory, so, you know, that kind of works. Low lichen. I think if there's somewhere I would really like to have low lichen. This corner, I think, can stand to have a little brightening it. I guess it gives you experience when the lightning strikes the... Huh. I didn't know that. That's good to know. I might just be wrong. Maybe it's something else, but... I don't think I am. I tend to be a pretty sharp potato. A pretty pointy cookie. A pretty spiky avocado. A pretty... pretty flower. Oh, there was water I wanted to get. Just two. I already have one there, so all I really need is one, but that would... See, the irony is this well. It's depicting a well, but according to the diegesis of Minecraft, it doesn't work that way. This works that way. You get an infinite water source that way. But that well, if you ever took any water from it, would immediately, you know, mess you up. Let's brighten this up so their living room isn't spawning monsters. And there's a cherry blossom right in the middle of the village, which you'd think doesn't fit, but it actually does, because it just seamlessly moves in. I don't know. Actually, I feel like there must be villages in cherry blossom biomes. I hope not. I really do want some biomes to have, like, that wilderness feeling, where there's, like, no habitation. But I know that there are like villages in the taiga that have like some unique characteristics. They tend to be made with spruce logs, that kind of thing. Okay, we can refresh this and just actually expand it out to be all source blocks. That's a real command. Succeeded source block now, and then we've got beetroot seeds, so we can do a little farming it up. And we're getting a lot closer to actually having everything we need in terms of crop production, cropland. Not quite there yet. Axe. The location that the tree originally spawned in, and not a grass block that the sheep had chewed. We'll have tons of space. Okay, I do want to test. Okay, so bushes just drop as bushes when you get them with the shears. So that is good to know. It's the only way to get them, maybe, but I think if I just bone meal the grass here, it's probably going to give me bushes. And then oh, we've got, is that wheat done? I don't think so, not yet. We could definitely, you know, clear a little bit more space for our cropland at the expense of the native flora. Definitely not. Okay. Other things we could do. We've got this minecart with chest. We've got poppies. I don't really want the rotten flesh that badly. Okay. And then we can just get up to the entrance. Which I see there now because there's something a little distinctive about it. Okay, and then we've got this sconce has a torch in it, so that needs, I feel like it's just dark. Okay, then we've got water to hand, we've got lava, so we basically can make as much as we need in terms of cooking. We can cook whatever we want, we have enough of it. We've got poppies there, we've got vines, we've got the shears, we've got this glow lichen. What I really wanted to make though was a bed. And I just don't know then what dye to use, but I think I'm just gonna go with the old reliable and just go pink bed. Yeah. And then we've got this, so we might as well make that, and we might as well make a bed with that, and then we can throw down a bunch of planks and make a bunch more stairs and really get our stair game a little bit more worky. And I know I was just like booing ladders, but I think I'll go on record with my ladder game, improve my ladder game just that little bit, and try to get up to try to get up to the top and set down this bed before nightfall. Oh no, alright. Exact same thing. There we go. Parkour. 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 Oh. You know, it was like really funny and cool to say that for about 12 minutes back in 2015. So, yeah. Back in my day. The young folks appreciated poison spiders. Not like the youth of today, who couldn't care less about poison spiders or their interests. It's a regrettable truth. This generation, you just don't understand the value and the majesty of poison spiders. And I don't know what's to be done about it. Probably some kind of campaign, you know, something with a 3-letter acronym. Maybe some, well, definitely something violent. Violence must be involved. Alright, so then, I think... this doesn't quite make sense. But that makes sense. I like that. I like that ascent there. Okay, I'm just gonna have to think about how I want to approach getting the rest of the way up this, but I think I'm just gonna set this down and sleep it off for now. In my little open bivouac, if that's what you call it. Is it a bivouac? I don't think so. And our big tree grew, I could tell, because of the podzol, but it's very validating to see. I'm happy that that exists. We've gotten a little closer, ever so slightly, anyway. Closer. So you only need 1 block of snow to start freezing. That's really not much. Okay, we can make a little bit of this, but it is best to be sparing. We can do that, for sure. We can do that as well. We can do this, and then this, and connect them, so we don't need as many. And then we've got, yeah, a nice window. And with the shears, if I have them, I guess I put them in the chest. Alright. Then I'll just try to get saplings out of the situation. But now we really have a living room. But we didn't have... well, we have a living room, because it's alive! It's alive! Saliva! Excellent. Alright. Well, there's a couple ways we could do this, but I think we're just gonna go for the simple way for now, which is just to bash it together and then work out the details after. So we're gonna need glass. We're definitely gonna want to connect these two to one another. And I think the way that I'm gonna want to do that is through... probably there's gonna have to be some more building there, but I can throw a sapling on it just to cap it off. If any saplings would generate for me. Alright, so then that just grew, so that's nice. We are gonna need more logs to connect to that and that. Definitely closer. Yeah, we're gonna need some sand. But I mean, there's like such a great view. You can actually... Okay, well, he's not got a grass block, so it's not worth it. Oh no. Alright. No. Okay. Yeah. This cold is killer, eh? And I dropped down in exactly the same place I did the last time. Okay. Let's see, do we have... I'm still kind of hoping that there's some food that I've forgotten to bite off, but it doesn't seem to be the case. So, what am I looking for? I'm looking for a copper, chiseled copper block. This thing, exposed chiseled copper, uncut copper. We still have iron in here, so I think we can actually go ahead and make a stone cutter. Yeah, okay. So that brings us a little closer. I still don't have any food up in that higher base, but maybe something's grown there. I don't think that wheat is quite ready. Maybe I'm just being suspicious, but... You? Yes, it was you. You were the one that was just a little too tall. Okay, no, that's good. Okay, so we did get sort of the right timing on that. We can go grass seeds. I wonder, a pumpkin? Where's a good place for a pumpkin? This could be a pumpkin. And... well, definitely we'll expand out. I think probably here we can do another pumpkin, and then we can do wheat. I think here and here, and that just gives us a little bit more to work with in terms of space. We can drop these flowers, we can grab this, we have bushes to go further up, we have a stone cutter, so we can make one of my favorite blocks in a more efficient way, so we get more of them per copper mined, per copper smelted, per worked bed. And we've got cherry blossoms up on top of the little cabin. So I guess this is the first tree that I'm actually making a mix with. Oh, fox! Hello! Oh, so cool. Okay, now I really need berries. These two can be connected, these two can be connected, this can be connected. And this. We can have there, and there, and there, and there, and this. And this. And this. And this. And this. And this. And that all makes it just a little bit more livable. Because now we really want to close up this gap and every gap. Because I'm hearing scary monster noises. And I would really rather have fewer scary monsters than more scary monsters. That's just me, that's my biases, my proclivities, my underlying, whatever it is. I guess we can do, well, this did spawn now, so now what do? Do I fill it in with whatever I have on hand? I think I can do that, actually. Throw a little oak in here, just to make the little patio. And then, ultimately, we will want glass in there, but I think for now, at least it closes up the space. Here's a way to make windows without glass. It still will admit maybe baby zombies, but there's a 1.5 tall jump that they have to do in order to achieve that anyway. So I don't think it's too likely that it's going to be achievable for them. And then we've just got a little bit more here to kind of fill in. And then this approach is a little bit rarer, but the snow does make it a lot easier for things of all types to reach up there. This is only a 1 block high entrance, so maybe we can do that with snow blocks, just for the time being. Give a little bit more security. If that's another entrance, we could actually use our single wool block to address this hole, so it looks consistent with the snow. Was that a creeper? Tell me that wasn't a creeper. No! Oh, great. Alright. Now what do I do? Just hope he goes away. Shh. Hiding. No creeper. Creeper, no creeping. Praying. Okay, I think I'm alright. I mean, the creeper won't despawn immediately, but we're gonna go dirt roof. We're gonna go high tech. Okay? Dirt roof right there. Not everybody is a proud owner of a dirt roof. Okay? Some of us are like really on the pulse. You laugh now, but deal would probably also continue laughing going into the future. Because life is full of joy and wonder and love and respawning, not where the monsters are. Although now that was maybe ill-advised. But at least it got me out of creeper distance. So that's nice, I suppose. This is fraught. Yeah, it's full on fraught. All of the things that it could be. Fraught is definitely one of them. Fraught with danger, fraught with difficulty, you know? Fraught with, you know, all of the above. Fraught with calamity, fraught with difficulty, fraught with unknowable, unnameable horrors, even. You know, fraught with multi-dimensional beings. Alright, no, no, no. But don't fraught with creepers. I guess grammatically speaking, it should be not fraught with creepers. You know? I don't know what you thought it was saying, but it's definitely, you know, fraught as in fraught with danger, as in fraught with all of the above. To despawn the creeper. I think so. I hope so. I'm praying, you know, praying to all of the spider queens out there, all the spider goddesses I know of, all the spider related entities. Oh, that bridge. Oh, that looks very nice from here. Have to have a little bit of hope regarding these creepers. Did I lose my stonecutter in that whole scenario? I think so. It's a little frustrating. But I think there should be... Oh, there we go. Now we finally have a singular food source. There's something I can eat. And a carrot. That's good too. That's a little bit of food. A little bit of food. And since we've got them, let's go ahead and chop down a couple more spruce trees. I might be able to find the stonecutter. It's possible. I think there's a few things I want to set down in the house before then, and I've basically run out the clock, I think, on time. On time for it to despawn, to vanish while resting on the ground. And I mean, it's such a bad surface for just when your items explode, it gets scattered over such a wide elevation in this circumstance. I'm not really a fan of that. But I might I might as well start placing some of these blocks. Since I have them, it'll just give me some space to work with. Let's try there, because that looks nice. I think I can just force it off the tracks and position it however I want. A little bit, however I want. Not really. Kind of. Anyway, that's not the point. Here's the point. Let's get everything out. Let's get that in, that in, that in, that in. And now I'm not worrying about all the items I'm risking. I'm basically just worrying about my shovel and my sword. That's all I have. Okay. And now we can brave this landscape that wants to devour me. And there's my stone cutter. I didn't even see it. Well, that's nice. Sometimes things really do work out for bad people. Literally nice though. I try. I do. I think there are some who might not believe me, but I do. Okay, we can definitely do planks. We definitely want more planks than that because we want a crafting table. And from a crafting table we want doors. And we also are going to definitely want some fence posts, a gate, stuff like that. We're going to want more, we're going to want a lot more furnaces. Because they're basically free in terms of opportunity and effort. And I also almost really like them as just a decoration. Okay, and then the other thing I need to make is I need to make my love. The chiseled copper. Huh. I can get 4 for 1. That's kind of, well, it's a really good deal for sure. So I want to start aging this copper as soon as possible. I don't think that the effect really gets across. I think if I have to basically show what I'm showing. In order to age them most efficiently, you need to keep them separated by an air gap, and I think they might need to be separated by even more than that, like a couple blocks on all sides. So I'm actually going to do that. But yeah, first I'm going to address this dirt problem, which is that we don't have much dirt. There's some dirt, there's some dirt. How did that creeper get up? He must have crawled up here. I actually don't understand how that creeper got there. Was it through this? Through this corner? Like that creeper was doing some crazy parkour stuff, unless he was up on the hill and then came down and I just saw him coming up from there. But I better close in that roof. Okay, so there was a cherry blossom. There was like a cherry sapling. I keep saying cherry blossom when I mean to say cherry sapling. Here we go. So then there was a gap I wanted to fill in. I do want to take this block anyway, make a couple more planks. I want to cut down a couple more of of those spruce trees in that corner over there. We can put another block there, see if there's a difference. I don't know. We can put one in here. But the thing I wanted to show was basically how glow-like it looks on that surface. There's your bunny. So when that's green, it just looks really good. I don't know. It won't come across until I actually show it. So I guess that's where I'm leaving it now. For now. There's some sticks. We've got a little space here for ourselves. We've got a little bit of room to make some planks. We've got a shovel. We can plank it up. The other thing we could have done maybe is a grass floor. I think we'll do that on the ground floor, and then this will be something else. Boarding up the windows. I just want it to feel like a cozy cabin, you know? But that's all I have in terms of dirt and wood. Are there sticks in there? Yeah, I have one stick. Awesome. I used the rest to make ladders, I think. So we can do a couple more ladders. I have torches, that's good. There's some bushes. Well, we can definitely axe out a little bit more space down here. Shovel out a little bit more space as well. That podzol is kind of nice, so I'd like to leave it, I say, as I accidentally destroy a bunch more of it. I kind of want to keep it there, actually. Honestly, I think I'm just going to keep it there. Do that. And that. What is this all in preparation for? What are we going to do? I saw that creeper. I mean, if he's in my living room, I can't. Alright. Okay. You want to know what the source of happiness is? The source of all human happiness is that when something bad happens, you give it 0 seconds to ruin your day. In my humble opinion. But that was my stone cutter. It was a little frustrating, if I'm being honest. I like that stone cutter. It's a nice tool. I thought it was one of those things that wouldn't blow up immediately, but apparently I was wrong. I think I can put this here now that that individual is broken. I have an extra spruce log now because he blew up the one that grew in my living room. Well, this is all a bit of a mess, isn't it? I do want that roof filled in, and I don't think it's a good idea to wait. So let's go finish up this high-tech solution that I was bragging about before, like some kind of Silicon Valley CEO, and promptly proceeding not to actually implement, you know, bragging about something. I really do want the block to place, you know, I don't want it to not place. When I say it to place somewhere. But this does mean I will have golden armor to brave the nether, which is my plan for the next episode. Given my equipment, I think you can tell that that's a great idea. I'm definitely prepared and have all the tools and resources I would possibly need for such an endeavor. Yeah. He really blew up my whole living room, didn't he? And my stone cutter. You know, some people are explodey, you know, blowing up kind of creatures. That must be close. You know what? I'm not even worried. I'm not even worried a little bit. One thing I could do is I could go ahead and mine some of this coal for real. And get myself back to Stonecutter Island. Oh, I actually have stone. Do I have... I don't really have enough cobble to cobble it together. Okay, now there's a couple of things I could do, but I think what I actually am gonna do is I'm gonna expand this just to bring it out to the doorway, make this whole area just a little bit more roomy, give myself some space to think, to breathe, to not get blown up in, you know, not get blown up in my own abode. Also just room for storage, you know, proper basement space. And that wasn't what I was trying to do. What I was trying to do is leave like a column of rock that the stone cutter could then be placed on. So we've got 2 more spaces there. That's enough. I guess as we inhabit this space, we'll see if I've actually managed to protect myself from monsters coming in here or wandering in. Just glad I didn't blow up my bed. I guess I can be grateful for that. That's good. So we want 1, 2, 3 blocks to the left of this. So 1, 2, 3. There. Yeah, and then this. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's fine. I can just leave that the way that it is. Maybe build up to it. Build up to meet it. This can be the way that it is. I think the way I'm gonna present it is just as carved out of the rock. So it's just gonna be like that, and then this is gonna be, I guess then this has to be like that, which means that that's gonna stay there, and that's gonna stay there, and this can then leave, and then that, and then that, and then this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and we go back here, and we can get rid of this, we can get rid of this, and then our stone wall. That does look better. That does look more like a proper living space. Okay, respawn point set. So that's all I really need. The other thing I need is, I think I must have lost my shears again, or I left them in the chest downstairs. Either way, I don't see a reason not to make more shears. And the place that I had meant to put the lichen was on an oxidized copper block. So this is what it looks like on a partially oxidized copper block. I think they complement each other really, really nicely. I'm going to keep that one floating there, and this floor is going to get filled in. There's going to need to be a lot more, but, you know, I'm moving this week. I've got a lot on my plate, got a lot on my mind. I think y'all can tell I'm probably not running at 100% energy, so I am going to leave it there for now and give y'all a nice view of the sunset. Instead of, you know, trying to make a good day. Well, trying too hard to make a good day out of a challenging one. Thank you all so much for watching. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you feel like subscribing. Definitely, don't let the zombies tell the story for you. Tell the story for yourself. And remember, no matter who you are, no matter what you're going through, it is always Tuesday. And have a good day.